And we are back. Welcome back to the Euro 2024 prediction series. It is time for the penultimate day of Matchday 2. And every single day I've been saying, hasn't it been good that this tournament's been getting better and better and better and better day on day until yesterday when it was awful. And the first game had the drama that we expected. And then the second game was one of the worst pieces of football I've ever seen in my life. And if you want to see my full double reaction to the England-Denmark game. Firstly, my initial Raw post-match reaction, and then my short/TikTok reaction to the absolutely staggering Calvin Phillips post-match interview from Gareth Southgate. You can check both those videos out on the channel. And then, to be fair, the Spain-Italy game was a lot of fun as well, albeit a very dominant performance from Spain. They are looking very, very good. But, like I said, when I did my full tournament predictions, they're not clinical enough, and I think they're going to suffer at the later stages of this tournament unless they can sort themselves out in front of goal. But apart from the England game, it was still a good day yesterday, and hopefully we're in for another massive entertaining day today, because like I say, it is now the penultimate day of match day 2 in the Euros coming up for you today. And like I say, 3 big matches for you, 3 more matches again tomorrow, and then we move into match day 3. And of course, if you missed yesterday's first Copa America prediction video, we did that yesterday for Argentina-Canada, and I actually got the result spot on. I did 2-0 to Argentina, and that's exactly what it was overnight. Stay tuned, because at 4 p.m. today, I'll be doing my second Copa America prediction for the Peru and Chile game. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on that. And don't forget to drop a like on this video as well if you do enjoy my prediction series. Let's get straight into it. The penultimate day of match day 2, which is going to be starting off in Group E with the game between Slovakia and Ukraine. Slovakia, of course, 3 points from that incredible win against Belgium. Ukraine on 0 points after that incredible defeat to Romania. And again, it just makes this one really, really tough to call, because I stand by what I said in my full tournament prediction at the start. I still think that on paper, Ukraine should be beating Slovakia and Romania. And obviously they lost 3-0 to Romania. So I now look at this fixture and say, well, if they really struggle to do anything against Romania, they're going to probably struggle even more to do anything against Slovakia. Also, given the fact that Slovakia did keep out Belgium and get themselves a goal. And I looked at this fixture and I was really, really, really close to going for my first 0-0 of the tournament. And I don't think it is going to finish 0-0. I think the way that this tournament has been played out so far, I'd be surprised to see any 0-0s in the tournament. Maybe in a match day 3 game where there's nothing on the line. But certainly in a game like this where Slovakia know if they win this game or even get a draw in this game, they're pretty much guaranteed to go through. Obviously, if they win the game, they are guaranteed to go through. Ukraine, on the other hand, simply have to win, which makes it really interesting as to how this game is going to go, which is why I was tempted to go for 0-0. What I'm actually going to go for is a 1-1 draw instead, purely just because I didn't want to go for 0-0. I still think this is going to be a really tight affair. I think as things stand right now, you have to put Slovakia as the favourites after what happened in match day 1. But still, on paper, that Ukrainian attack is very dangerous. They're going to create opportunities. It's just whether or not Slovakia can hold that defensive line again. Because, let's be honest, Lukaku missed a couple of chances outside of the ones that were then ruled out for offside. Trossard missed chances. De Bruyne missed chances. So there are going to be opportunities given up by the Slovakian defence. It's just whether or not Ukraine can take them. And they didn't against Romania, so we'll see. I can see this being either like a 1-0 Slovakia, a 1-0 Ukraine, or a 1-1 draw. I really think this is going to be a tight one. So I'm just going to put it down the middle and go for a 1-1 draw. That then brings us to Group D, and the opening fixture from Group D sees Poland taking on Austria, where once again, it's really tough to call because Poland put up a lot more of a fight against the Dutch than I thought they would. And Austria, quite frankly, were the better team against France. I don't care what anyone says, Austria were the better team against France and were very, very unlucky to lose that game. So it comes down to how, again, these sides are going to approach the game. I think Ralf Rangnick is such a good manager tactically that he is going to know how to beat this Poland side. And that is why I'm going to go for an Austria win, because I just think that tactical battle is going to go in Rangnick's favour. I think the style of play that Austria are going to look to enforce on this one is going to be a little bit too much for Poland. Not too much. And obviously the big question about Robert Lewandowski, is he going to be available for this game? If he is, that certainly gives Poland more of a chance. But from what I'm reading, it's very, very 50-50 at the moment. So I'm going to go for 2-0 to Austria. Again, could be a 2-1, could be a 3-1. I'd be surprised if Poland get a result in this one. Not shocked. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Poland got a draw, Poland got the win. But I would certainly be surprised if the result was anything other than an Austria win. So that is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Austria in the middle game. And then the main event game of the evening is the Netherlands taking on France. A massive, massive game. A basically group-topping decider. The Dutch, like we said, were poor in their opening game against Poland, but were able to get themselves over the line. The French were poor against Austria and were able to get themselves over the line. I spoke about it in my Copa America video yesterday, that these two sides both played Canada in a friendly in the build-up to this tournament, so it sort of gives you a little bit of a gauge as to where these two sides are at. And the Dutch beat Canada 4-0, the French drew 0-0. So when you put that in perspective, in the fact that France did also struggle to score goals against Austria, and whether or not Mbappe is going to be available, or are we going to see him in the mask tonight, who knows, really does make this one an interesting one to call. But I think the way that both of these sides play, I can see this being a high-scoring game. I can see it being a lot more open than what many people may suggest. I may be completely talking rubbish and it's going to end up being 0-0 and they're going to cancel each other out, and who knows, but that's boring. We don't want that. We want drama, we want excitement, and I'm going to go for 3-2 to France. Whether or not Mbappe's fit, you put in a Kolo Muani, you put in a Giroud, you change the system round, put Griezmann further forward, put someone else in midfield. They're going to have creativity, freedom and chances whether or not Mbappe's playing. We know what the Dutch have got going forward. We know what they've got at the back as well. I just think it's going to be a really entertaining game. I hope it delivers, and I'm going to go for a French win, and I'm going to go for 3-2. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to check out my Copa America prediction video coming out tonight at 4 p.m. And of course, don't forget to check out that massive rant I had last night after the England game, and of course the Shaw about Southgate saying we missed Calvin Phillips. Just absolute disgrace. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, I will see you later on this afternoon, or if not, I will see you tomorrow morning for the final day of Matchday 2 in the Euros.